Hello everyone, Ace Property is at Parc Clematis today, which has TOP in November 2023. In today's video, we will be showing you around the place as well as to understand why this project has garnered such strong capital appreciation. So in fact, an owner here has actually sold off his unit for a profit of $732,000 just in a few years and before key collection. So I will also be interviewing a homeowner as well as resident agent to understand why he made this purchase a few years back. And this agent is none other than Adam.
Yeah.
Alright, before we get to the main gist of today's content, let's have a look at the project details first. Parc Clematis is located along Jalan Limping, which is flanked by Clementi Avenue 6 and AYE. The land size of this project is massive. It is over 633,000 square feet, which is equivalent to 8.2 times that of a regular football field. There are a total of 9 blocks, which comprises of 1 to 5 beders and 18 strata landed houses, giving a total of 1,468 units. Personally, this is something that I truly adore, the 100 meters beach-inspired pool, which is truly unique to this project. Besides this pool, there are 3 other 50-meter slab pools for the residents to enjoy. In addition, we can say that this project is certainly family-oriented, as we can see many play areas that are designed for young kids to have fun at. There's even a pet lawn enclosure for your fur kids to run about in a safe environment. Without any further ado, let's hear from Adam why he actually chose to purchase and invest into Parc Clematis back then. Adam, what triggered you to make the purchase?
I had plans to upgrade to a bigger unit due to my expanding family size, but there was no real urgency back then, until the land bid for Lentor Modern was out. The land bid was at $1,204 PSF per plot ratio. This is a whole new level for land price. After factoring in the construction cost, material cost and developer's profit margin, it will need to launch at about 2001 PSF. The existing OCR projects back then were selling at about 1007 PSF. I knew that if I were to wait any longer, I will be paying $400 PSF more for any upcoming new launches in OCR. Being a real estate professional, I understand that buying a new launch will bring me a higher capital gain and lesser risk. Thus, a resale property was not in my consideration. That being said, I also bought my 2-bedder condo at Lakeville back then at its new launch stage. Hence, I quickly put up my unit at Lakeville for sale and sold it for a decent profit. Thereafter, purchasing a unit at Parc Clematis without paying any ABSD.
Before we move on to the second question, if you like what you're seeing so far, please help to like, share and subscribe. The second question that I have for you is that, are there other options that you were considering back then? So if there are, why do you choose Parc Clematis?
Yes, at the point of time in the west, there was also Clairvon that is located along Clementi Avenue 1. The land size is about 178,000 square feet. For perspective, Parc Clematis' land size is about 3.5 times. Clairvon has 640 units, taking the land size over the total number of units. We find that the density for Clairvon is 1.5 times that of Parc Clematis. In terms of facilities, it is definitely lesser facilities and only comes with a standard 50-meter pool. The land plot also sits just beside the junction of AYE, which can be quite noisy. Although Parc Clematis is also located next to the AYE, the plot is much bigger and there are blocks that are further away from the AYE. Its proximity to the Clementi MRT station and Clementi Mall is also further away and not within walking distance. Nanhua is one of the most popular primary schools in the west. For Clairvon, Nanhua is not within the 1 km distance. Having a good layout is also very important when choosing a unit. For the 4-bed unit at Clairvon, the living and dining is in a portrait layout, which is not as ideal as it feels more narrow. For the 4-bed at Parc Clematis, the living and dining is in a landscape layout, which is more ideal and will feel more spacious. This layout also enables a wider frontage towards the balcony and a wider view towards the unit facing. Hence, this is a deal breaker for me and I didn't even went to Clairvon's show flat to take a look. There was another development available at that time. It is Midwood, which is located at Hillview Rise. The land size is about 154,000 square feet, which is slightly smaller than Clairvon. In terms of facilities, it is also quite standard. In fact, there is a drawback. Midwood's car park is a multi-story instead of a basement car park. For multi-story car park, one usually have to walk further to reach their block. Having a multi-story car park sitting on the land plot takes up a lot of space. Hence, you will not be able to fully feel and enjoy the size of the plot. The land plot sits right beside Hillview 2 Mall, which is quite convenient. Distance to the Hillview MRT station is about 400 meters, which translates to a 5 minutes walk. In terms of school, no prestigious or popular primary schools that is noteworthy. For the 4-bed at Midwood, the living and dining is in a landscape layout, which is ideal. However, for Midwood, there are a total of 4 bathrooms instead of the typical 3 for a 4-bedder. More maintenance is needed, and having more bathrooms would decrease the overall square footage of the living area. One stark difference between Parc Clematis and Claremont as well as Midwood is that the former is acquired through en bloc, whereas the other two projects are acquired via GLS. For GLS, developers need to use PPVC method where the walls are usually thicker and will take up more space in the unit, and most of these walls are not hackable. For Parc Clematis, the developer can use the traditional construction method. This means that the wall need not be as thick, there isn't so many structural walls, it is more easy to configure and hackable. What you see over here is this used to be one of my common room, and this is the original master room. Now that I've hacked it away, I'll get an even more spacious master bedroom.
Adam, when you purchased your Parc Clematis unit back in 2021 September, you paid 2.14 million. So what's the market value right now?
Now it's at 2.8 million.
Wow, okay. So that's 660k of profit for you in 2.5 years. So if I were to assume that you actually leveraged on 75% bank loan, the down payment that would have been made was 535k,
Yeah.
which means the growth is more than 120%.
Yes, exactly.
Now let's look at some data showing the average profit of the 3 projects respectively. If you were to make a different choice 2.5 years back, what would be the market value and the growth of the unit that you picked? For a 4-bedder, Claremont would be at 400k, Midwood at 450, and Parc Clematis at a whopping 660k profit. Adam, so what do you think Parc Clematis can actually make close to 50% profit more than the other 2 projects?
Well, I think it has all the important attributes that an investment-worthy property should have. For example, the large land size, plenty of facilities, the layout, as well as the school factor. This is especially so for the bigger units.
Congratulations to all homeowners of Parc Clematis. You have invested into a property with strong capital gains. If you are a homeowner who has also invested into a property and is sitting on a profit right now, there are several options for you to consider.
To name a few, you can cash out and reinvest to make your money work harder for you. Alternatively, you can consider decoupling. However, decoupling is not as straightforward. It might not be beneficial and feasible for everyone. If you are keen to explore more options and know how to take advantage of the current property conditions, do feel free to contact us.
With this, we'll see you in our next video. Bye!